Welcome back everyone, this is episode 3 and we're going to cover rendering and exporting. But first, I forgot to cover this in animation and lighting. Now let's play this animation real quick. And you can see how it's pulling back. And then the moon comes in. Now that might be a little slow, but I'm going to show you a little trick to actually speed this up without going individually in all your keyframes. So let's go in here to the time and configurations. And let's go here to rescale time. We're going to go from 0 to 600, and now we're going to set the length to, let's say 450. Hit OK. And go right. And now if you notice something, that's a little bit faster. And that's just one way where you can retweak all your keyframes in your entire timeline. It does a nice job of it, and this is a key little feature, very easy to get to, and not too many people will cover this. But I did. So remember that. Alright, so now we're going to go to where we're going to take all these individual elements. Let's go back up to video post, render out a frame. And let's do 274. Alright, render. Drum roll. It's a pretty weak drum roll, I know. Alright, and we're going to render out all these elements individually. We're going to render out the stars, the sun, the earth, and the moon, so that way we can take them into After Effects, layer them up, and tweak all these to our liking. So alright, and also we're going to add a glow for the earth for our atmosphere, and we're going to do that in After Effects because there's really so many ways in every single program to do a atmosphere for your planet, and each program's different. So but at least if you stick to the After Effects way, it'll be the same for all the programs across the board as far as 3D, because a lot of these texturing and all this stuff can pretty much translate over to Cinema 4D, Lightwave, Maya, and so on. So let's get right to it. So first we're going to hide this guy. So let's hide it. Object properties, and we'll hide them. And remember, our lens flare and our stars are generated in video posts. So what we're going to do, I'm going to save out different scenes so we don't touch our original scene. So that way, when you go out and export these, we'll have different file paths for all our renders for our scenes. So let's go right here. We're going to go Save As, and I've already made folders. I'm going to go Renders. We'll call this one Earth. Alright, so that's going to be our Earth scene. So let's go back in here to our standard render window actually. And let's go into our render and make sure we have super sampling enabled for this. And this is global, so this will translate over into your video post. There's no place in there to get to this. Don't worry about it. It will take anything in here as far as your render properties, but it will only change size in video posts. So alright. And now, let's do save again. So lock that in. I shouldn't have closed it out. I should have went down here to do files, and we'll make another folder in here, and we will call this, oops, messed up, Earth Color, whatever. Let's name it Earth. H. Alright, go in here, Earth, and we'll make this a PNG. That way we can have a transparency. Am I blind? That's right here. Save. And alpha channel selected, so that's good. And now if we render this out, of course we'll render out our length 0 to, what's our last frame, 450, and then render to camera view. So if we hit render, it will render out our frame, and then it will save it to that folder. But we get the idea. If you look right here, after it renders this frame, it'll probably have some ridiculous time remaining. It'll probably be like 7 hours, 6 hours, and we're definitely not going to wait for that because I already have these rendered. We'll use my original files that I made in the beginning for our tutorial on the next one, which is going to be the compositing. So see this, 3 hours, 11 minutes, and 18 seconds. That's a long time. We're not going to wait that long. So it's got one frame in there, and you get the idea. So you render that pass, all those out. And now we're going to hide our planet. Now if you click on it, it'll just select one. If I hit W, you can see I'm only moving the clouds. So we don't want to do that. Let's use this and lasso select or box select all these. and object properties, and let's hide this. And I did that because where's our moon? We want our moon to be rendered out next. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys the layers, manage layers. Let's bring it over and let's show the hidden objects, which we have the Earth, the sky, and the sphere. So let's go to, I think that's our moon. Let's unhide that. Oh, that's our moon. See that? And I should probably go up here, now it's selected, and name this moon so we know what it is instead of sphere 0001. Alright, so that's our moon. Now let's go to File, Save As, Moon. And now we're going to go back into our render tab, and we are going to change the path, because if you don't change your path, you're going to save over all your other images, and it'll get very annoying quick once you wait about a day and you figure out that you've done what you didn't want to do is save over the stuff that you've already created. So let's get moon and name this moon. And it'll be a PNG also. Save. So now we've got our Earth and our moon, and we're rendering out those separate sequences, and I'm not going to render this out because pretty much all this is the same now once you started this process. And now I'm going to hide this. Let's lock it in. Remember to save it after you save your path, because if you don't, and if you come back to it, your previous save point, you'll be disappointed because you have saved over your files. Alright, so now let's go ahead and just, so we don't mess up our other one, save as, name this sun, and this will be the lens flare. So let's object properties, and let's go ahead and hide that. So there we go. And this is our sun. And now we have to go into video post because the stars and the sun are all rendered in video post. So we have no save event here, so let's go ahead and make a save event. So image output event. And we'll go to files, and our sun, we will also do a PNG. And tutorial, render output, make another folder, sun. Sun. Yep, that's what we want. Now let's go, click OK. See, this is not what you want. You want this to be outside of this. Let's delete that because it won't render correctly. So let's delete that. Make nothing selected. Let's do it again. Sun. Alright. Glad you guys saw that, because it would probably drive you nuts if you had all these breaking off to different trees. You want them all to go down like this. Save. Alright. Okay. That's what we want right there. So to go down to this list just like that. So we're going to go to our star field. We're going to disable our star field. So we're good. Let's go to running, guys. See what we got here. We're in 720, so let's make sure we're in 1080. And we're going to do our range, and we only need to go to 450 now. So let's go 450. And if we hit render, let's close this real quick. Let's just make sure it's going to our proper path. 2D Max projects. Let me just see this. Yep, that's right. Alright, so let's lock it in and save it. Cancel. Save as. Sun. Save. Let's override it. So we're good. We're locked in. So if I hit the running man now and tell it to render, and here comes our lens flare. Okay, so we got a lens flare in there. But you guys know how the sequence renders out. So let's go back here real quick. Whoop! Render output. And we got a sun in here. See, there's our one file. Got nice transparency. We're good to go. Let's close that out. And then our last one is going to be stars. So let's go File, Save As, and stars. And let's go back in here. Go to Files, back out of this. We do not want to save over our sun because it's stars. And make a stars folder. Stars. And save. Click OK. But our stars, we do not want that to be a PNG. So it's back to our files. It's going to be our very background layer, and it's just, I've tried it once. It's just a lot easier. Unless you want to put something behind your stars, which I do not, then don't worry about it. Make it a TIFF. Hit save and do not enable alpha channel. So okay. and we're going, that doesn't matter. It's just going to enable that for that timeline. But what's important is that this renders out this range. So if we hit File, oops, messed up again. Save, that's locked in. And our sun is, enable that. Oops, you want to enable that, sorry. That's the one you want to enable. Make sure this is enabled. And now we should be good. Let's lock that in again. Render it. And let's see what it does. It's going to do stars. And this one renders very fast, like I said before. Uh-oh. It's doing a lens flare. We don't want that. Let's cancel that. Oh, I enabled it. Might be. Let's do it again. It's right over that. There we go. Now it's doing our stars. Like I said, the stars render very fast. Let's save that. And now, let's go back to my folder. And we have all our folders set up. We've got the Earth, Moon, which we didn't render around out, stars. Let's just look at these real quick. See them moving. Alright. And let's go to our sun, which we got one frame minute. But that's the process. You render all those out, and then my next tutorial is going to be all these into After Effects. So if you like what you see, like me in YouTube, like me on Facebook. You can go to my Facebook and you can just post any comments, questions there for future tutorials or anything you want to know, and I will do my best to help you out. Until next time, have fun and peace out.